If you came for honesty, sarcasm, and a little oversharing, you're in the right place. I'm Channing.
And I'm Vanessa. We're figuring things out in real time. Zero experts, just opinions. And honestly,
We're still asking, who let us adult?
welcome to our podcast.
Okay. All right. Well, we are back for episode 3 of Who Let Us Adult. You'll notice we got a little change of scenery. We're just chilling out on the couch.
Well, that's not a heifer, but we can call it a heifer for today. Find us.
Yeah. So yeah, we got our blankets and we're just, hanging
Comfy.
out. Yeah. This is a come as you are podcast. So
And we love that.
Yep. So grab your blanket.
Some popcorn.
Yeah. And whatever, good drink. And join us for our podcast.
Okay.
All right. So last week we wrapped up that episode with a voicemail from a guy who was seeking some advice for his
Co-parenting situation.
Yes. So you, as a experienced co-parent, let's hear your take on this.
I don't want to get in a rabbit hole, and I may get in a rabbit hole. What was the first thing he said on what he was experiencing?
That
It was a long voicemail, so I've got to refresh mine.
Yeah, that his ex kind of uses the children against him
When she doesn't get her way. Okay.
Yeah, talks negative about
So
him.
my first rule, and sometimes I have slipped up before, but it hasn't been on purpose. But I never, no matter what my disagreement is with my ex-husband, I never put that on the kids, and my kids don't know my thoughts. I have messed up in casual conversation, just talking to my husband and not paying attention to little ears listening. But my number one rule is, I'm not going to talk bad about anybody, that they love in front of them or to them. But the main reason is because, I grew up from a divorced home, and my parents divorced when I was 3. And they were not an example on what to be. And I remember what my childhood was like. And I do not want my children to grow up like that. I want my children to be able to look, whether it's a performance at school or, a softball game, cheerleading event, whatever the kids are doing or they have going on. I don't want them to have to look over here and then look on the opposite side of the bleachers. I want them to see everyone around them that loves them there, supporting them together. And there's times we've had to do that when we weren't seeing eye to eye even that day, but we still sat, I'm not going to say right directly next to each other, but within, a distance. Because at the end of the day, you're an adult and your feelings really don't matter anymore once you have kids. My parents would, and both of them are at fault, but would use us against each other or say certain things or try to make the other parent look bad. And I'm a firm believer that, whatever my opinion may be, your children one day, as long as you stand back and just, hey, you do what you can to be there for your child and support whatever they may be, doing at the time. If you stand back, do what you're supposed to do, your kids are going to come of age. And if both parties aren't doing what they need to be doing, your children are going to realize who their parents are. Just like, I did. Not saying anything bad about my parents, but everybody has their own, quirks and things that they do wrong. And I know I'm not perfect at it. There's some days I do get pissed off, but I never take it out on my kids. And I know he had mentioned that sometimes if there is a raft, that he notices the communication falls off.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that because that has happened to me before. And not recently, we're 7 years into this. It was hard at first to get to where we are now. When you're married and people still want control over this, X, Y, and Z, when those children are at their other parent's house, it's their time. But no matter how I'm feeling, if my phone rings and I see it, I answer the phone and I let my children talk to, whether it's their stepmom calling or their dad calling, grandparents from the other side. My phone is always open, and I've always made that known. We do a week on, week off. If my kids are with me and anyone from their other side of the family wants to call and talk to them, my phone's open. Nobody ever has put, harm or anything on my kids. So that door is going to be open unless I feel like, it's too much. But I can always say, between my ex-in-laws and stuff, my kids have a really good support system. But it took a long time to get there, just with both sides, not agreeing while the other parents. See, now I feel like I'm getting a rabbit hole because I could talk about this all the time. But as long as you're putting the kids first and you're showing up every day and doing what you can, fuck what she thinks. Because at the end of the day, your kids are going to grow up and they're going to realize, they're going to see there's situations I look back now, like 4 or 5 on things that I remember. Like, damn, I can't believe my mom did that, because I would never do that to my kids. Or damn, I can't believe my dad did that, because they get so flustered with each other. But to be honest, if she's still worried about what you're doing and getting pissed off, I think she's too worried about your business. Me, I don't care what they're doing. My old happy little life, I wouldn't change a thing about it. I have everything that I've ever prayed for. We don't have thousands and thousands of dollars, but Noah and I get to do what we want. We get to take our kids on trips. We have a happy home, a happy marriage. We don't argue. We may spit spat, but it's not like we go to bed angry or we're just going back and forth all day. That has never happened.
It's a healthy environment.
It's a healthy environment. And, my kids get to, grow up in that. And I'm happy with my choice and where I'm at in life. And I hope the best for, I always hope the best. If my ex-husband were to call me, need something tomorrow, I would 100% be there, even if he does make me mad sometimes. I'm never going to say no, and I'm going to do what I can on my end to make sure my children at least don't have trauma to heal from me. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So, and not saying that they have trauma. I'm just saying that's my personal goal.
Yeah.
I don't want my words twisted.
Right. That you don't create trauma for them.
Yeah. And who knows? When they're older, they may be like, damn, Mom, I'm not going to be a perfect mom. I know that.
Right.
But every decision that I make does
affect
them. And I do think about that. And I know I'm going to mess up here and there. It's going to happen. But as long as you're, a good parent and you're doing what you can for your kids genuinely, they'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right over. I can go on and on and on about that.
Yeah. I don't co-parent, right? Because, my kids have a different situation, but kind of the same deal, right? So their father's family now, doesn't include them, or they'll include them, but then they'll talk bad about me, or whatever the case may be. And that's fine. It doesn't bother me personally, because I could care less, right? I'm going to sleep real good at night.
Butt naked with my fan on.
But it does hurt me for my kids, because I don't want them to be in the middle. And that's what that creates, is you're putting them in the middle, and they're children. And they don't deserve to be, a referee in adult situation.
But that's also a good example on when you have to make that choice. And I know someone commented on the voicemail last week, this voicemail, that sometimes a parent does have to make a decision to cut that communication off. And that is a perfect example because it's not healthy. Why would you send your kids to somewhere that's going to badmouth you or your decisions? Because that's pretty much brainwashing or, you know, making them have certain developed, sorry, there's something flying in front of me, but, you know, certain feelings toward people, or it's not healthy. And I would not have it. You can't respect me. You don't have access to my kids.
Right. 100%. 100%. You know, and I feel that way a lot of the time. I want to make decisions that are in favor of my kids, right? So, you know, I try to take my personal feelings away from that. I don't talk bad about them, you know, to my children or anything like that. But I will snip that communication quick.
Yeah.
If, you know.
And sometimes it's very hard to pull your feelings back. There are a lot of times that I've had to really, like I said last week, you know, break your own heart. And this is just a small example. But every mom, especially when you have a blended family, and like me and my husband now have a child together. Well, my other two have another household that we split 50-50 at the time. As a mom, I want my kids every Christmas.
Right.
I want to wake up every Christmas morning, do X, Y, and Z. However, I also respect the fact that they have another family. They have a stepbrother, and then they also have their little brother that, you know, that was born between them. They deserve to have their siblings too at Christmas.
Right.
Their dad, their stepmom, you know, deserve to
have that
as well. And I think it's very selfish for anyone to want it every year. You've got to give, but we rotate every year. So every other year we rotate. And right now I'm struggling with the fact as my daughter gets older, right now with her as a baby, on the years that we didn't have them, we would celebrate Christmas early. And then Christmas Day, there's me, Noah, and Tatum, you know, Santa's already came. It doesn't feel like Christmas.
Right.
So I'm struggling with the fact right now as she gets older,
how am
I going to balance it? Because it's not fair to her to make Santa come early. Then it's also not fair for the other two to get Santa early and then her wait. So I don't know. I don't know what that's going to look like, but that's my struggle right now. But but then they have to do the same thing. It's not just me, but you know, like I said, you break your own heart trying to make the best decision for your kids.
Yeah. Well, maybe someone who watches has the same struggle and they can give some ideas on how they do holidays and
I mean, I would be fine doing it all together. I don't know if everybody would be on board with that,
but I think that's a great idea.
But I think and it's for the kids. There's multiple kids involved. So, I mean, I would be fine with doing that because at the end of the day, all the kids would get to wake up, all their siblings are together, all their parents are together, and they get to celebrate Christmas and do all the things.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think you should probably push for that.
Yeah. Yeah. We shall see.
That would be my probably first choice as long as
picture perfect.
Yeah.
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
And
but you know, your ex-husband and his current wife, you guys have a decent relationship, right?
Yeah.
So that's not a weird
situation
thing to have them in your home with their kids.
Or vice versa.
Right. I mean,
no.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a weird thing. And
Yeah.
I think that would be.
Because, I mean, altogether, there's 5 of them. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And I think that
And
would
I
be
don't want,
great.
and I love their 2. I mean, they come to my house, stay the night. I babysit.
Yeah.
I love them just like my own. So it's not weird for me.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both obsessed with me.
I know.
I bet you it drives my ex-husband crazy, but I love it. I'm like, hey, they love them some Channing.
That's right. That's right. They know.
No, they're sweet kids. They're really sweet.
Yeah. So,
I hope that helped whoever called because I don't know who it was.
yeah, we just went on a little bit of a rant, but that's okay. That is what we do and what this is about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also last week we said we were going to talk about a trip that we went on.
It was the best 24 hours, though.
It was an adventure.
It was.
Okay.
It was.
So, one thing about Channing is
Channing's a good time. That's what she's about to say.
She would do anything for Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Anything. And me, not so much, right? Like, some of his songs are catchy and I can get into it.
Yeah.
But I'm just not a fan. Channing will cry literal tears at his concert. Like,
Sob.
cry.
And I don't know if it's 4 or 5. I've seen him 4 or 5 times. Every tour he's been on, Channing's been there.
Yeah. So she calls and she's like, hey, I don't know where at and since like
It was, shit. It started with a B. It was downtown Cincy, though.
yeah. So she's like, look, they're gonna have a Justin Bieber night. Okay.
Tickets are $10 a person.
Yeah. We are going. Book a hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And I think I was like 4 months postpartum, so I was ready
yeah.
to go do something.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to go. We're going to,
Yeah. And there was 3 of us. There was 3 of us that went.
Yes. So we're going to go. We're going to have a good time. We're going to go to Justin Bieber night. Okay. I might even wear a shirt.
Yeah. I think you borrowed mine.
I did.
Because I had a selection. I said, well, you want, I got you.
Yeah. She's like, I have about like 5 or 6. Just pick one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Anyway, so me trying to be the good friend that I am, I said, I'll drive. I booked our hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'll drive. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
While we got lit on the way up.
Yeah.
Well, except for
not me.
She was driving.
Not me. We're going to be responsible. Okay.
But do you remember getting off the damn exit? And I don't know, that thing that was... I don't know what we had a wig on and some wild colors and it was just running across the road. We're thinking, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, where are we? Yeah, okay.
We just had to get gas or something. I don't know.
No, I had to pee.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so we drive. And how long of a drive is it? Like
2.5, 3 hours.
yeah. So we're driving, we're having a good time, right? It's always a good time in the car with us,
Mm-hmm.
right? So Channing says, there's this restaurant downtown. We have to go there.
That's where I ate when I seen Justin Bieber the last time in Cincinnati when he performed.
Yeah.
And the restaurant was good. The Yard House. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think it's burnt down now. Bad luck. Bad luck to go
Did
there.
it burn down?
I'm pretty sure it did. Noah said it did because I said something about going there again.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe he just told you that because he didn't want to go.
Fight the damn parking.
Yeah. So if anyone knows if that restaurant is still open, let us know. And if you're the Yard House, let us know. We'll come eat.
Yeah.
Anyway, because it was good. It was good.
It was, yeah.
It was. So, okay. So we get to Cincinnati. This restaurant is downtown Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's also a baseball game going on. Mm-hmm. So there's people everywhere. Everywhere. So I'm thinking we're going to a normal establishment with a parking lot, right? Because you would think, oh, it's a restaurant. Let's have a parking lot for all of the guests to park in. No, not this one. It is you either park in like a parking garage or on the street.
Kind of like downtown Louisville, park on the street.
Yeah, yeah.
Anywhere city-like. Just think about just parking on the side of the road or something.
Right.
With meters.
Yeah. So parking garages were not an option because there were thousands of people going to the baseball game, which we didn't know was happening. So we have no other choice but to park on the street. Now, here's where it gets a little crazy. We
did 10 fucking laps around this thing, and I was fed up at this point.
We're going around and around, waiting for someone just to leave so that we can find a place to park.
Yeah, but before we go any further, what caused me to do what you're going to say is we did 10 laps, and every lap, oh, there's a parking spot. But by the time we got back around, it was fucking gone.
Right. So, now I'm a little nervous because I have not parallel parked since my driver's test. Okay, and that was quite some time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't live in an area where you have to parallel park, so I don't. So we find a spot. A spot opens up. Okay, we're mid lap around the restaurant. Channing says, "Do a U-turn and go get the spot."
U-turn. Do U-turn right now. Do U-turn.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, say less. We're gonna do a U-turn right here. So I did a U-turn. Well, I didn't see that off the sidewalk was a little like thing that came out for some landscaping. So I did the U-turn and I kind of hit that curb a little bit. And I'm like,
but it really wasn't that hard.
Yeah. And
it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, anytime, like if you're in a drive-through and like hit the curb or something, like it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
So we do the U-turn, hit the curb. I go in and I parallel park like a champ.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm perfect.
I'll have to tell the second part because you're the last person to see it.
Yeah, so we park, right? We're getting out of the car. I'm the last one to get out because I'm like fiddling with something.
Yeah. So I get out and our friend Sean was with us and her face is just like this. I said, what? What's wrong? And I look over, this tire is slashed. I mean, there ain't no damn air left in it. Popped. And I was like, oh, Vanessa.
Yeah. So
what?
Yeah, I look out and they're like laughing and I'm like, what happened? And so I walk around the front of my car and they're like, so I look down and my tire is flat. Mm-hmm. Right? So
not like where we could plug it. It was like it had to have a new tire.
Yeah. So we're like, what do we do? Mm-hmm. What do we, we're like 3 hours from home. We don't know anybody here. Mm-hmm. So Sean was like, do you have roadside assistance? Yes, I do. So we get the roadside assistance. They're like, it's going to be like an hour or so before we get there.
I think they showed up as soon as we got done eating, or that we had sat down and ordered and they got there and you were able to go out and set up and then you came back to eat. But by the time we got done, it was done. No, Sean went out.
Yeah, Sean went out.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, what? We can't let this ruin a good time. So we're going to continue with our day. We'll worry about that when the roadside guy gets here. So, they're on their way. We're going into this restaurant And, they called, they said, we're out here, whatever. Sean goes out there. And he said, do you have a spare tire? And I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
No one was prepared. He was like, do I got to drive up there? We're like, no, we got this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're going to figure this out. But the guy was like, do you have a spare tire? And I was like, I don't know. I've never, seen one in my car.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, you have, a newer car. I'm sure it does. And I'm like, I don't know where it would be. Still to this day, I don't know where the spare tire was.
The trunk. When you open the trunk, the lid comes up the floorboard comes up, and they're in there. So they're hidden. You really don't know they're in there, but they're in a compartment.
Oh, well, he got the spare tire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he put the spare tire on, and he was like, look, we told him we were from out of town, and he was like, you can't just be driving around on
this donut.
Yeah, you're going to have to go get a tire. We're like, okay, we can do that. But we're not going to do that till tomorrow because right now we got to
go Justin Bieber night.
Yeah,
okay?
We got to have a good time. We knew we were going to be in a parking garage. No big deal, right? So we went to the hotel, parked in the parking garage.
And we were going to Uber to that place anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I book it was a nice hotel.
Yeah.
Right? A nice hotel.
Yeah.
We park in the parking garage on my donut, and we get into the room, we're getting ready, and some
of the lights don't work, the plugs don't work.
Yeah.
And we're giving her a hard time. What kind of hotel did you book us?
Yeah.
And it wasn't cheap. I think it was $300 a night.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't a Motel 6.
Right. We were downtown, had good reviews, all the things. You walk in and it's really nice. And then you get to the room and it was just, not up to par, we'll say. But we made it work.
It was just for one night.
Yeah. We made it work. We weren't worried about bed bugs or,
it was clean.
Yeah.
Just the shit didn't work.
Yeah. So we get ready. We're going to Justin Bieber. So we get an Uber and we're like, this is where we're going, right? So they take us.
It was Bogart's.
Is that what it was?
It was Bogart's.
Okay. So we get there and I take a look around and it's all college kids.
Or younger. I know the event was 18 and up.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm like, they done dropped us off at the frat house.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it was just like a college party town.
I found this on TikTok because the people hosting it, they were going on a tour to cities for Justin Bieber night.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as they would the Taylor Swift nights, High School Musical. They did that. I didn't go to any of those, but Justin Bieber was a must.
Okay. Well, we're in this college town. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. So we go in, and it is just a room full of Justin Bieber fans. Just Justin Bieber fans everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, I maybe know 2 or 3 Justin Bieber
songs. You knew more than that because I'm going to give it up to my friends. They might not be the biggest fans, but they was going to make sure I had a good time.
That's right.
So
we're there for the good
time.
time.
You knew a lot more, or you was just vibing and wording along, making it seem like you knew what you was singing because I have videos.
I may have surprised myself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I was like,
my eyes were shut and I was just feeling it in my soul. That's just how I get.
Yeah. Yeah. We had drinks.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
They even had Justin Bieber themed drinks. They were high as hell. It was 15, but I was double fisted. I said, no, we're going to try all of these.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we go through the Justin Bieber night. So it's time to get an Uber. Well, at the Justin Bieber night. You know, I can only take so much of the Justin Bieber just on repeat, right? So I'm just like throwing them back. So I get pretty good buzz happening, right? I'm feeling pretty good. So it's over. It's time to get an Uber. Okay, we're going back to the hotel. So we get an Uber, and it was just like a car, like probably like a 4-door Camry, something like that, right? So Sean and Channing hop in the back, and I hop in the front next to the driver.
Which was a mistake. You gave that Uber hell the whole way.
Look, that was probably the most eventful ride.
I wish I could remember. You're going to have to refresh me on the conversation. I just know that shit was hilarious.
I mean, I can't.
Didn't he have like an OnlyFans or something? I know he did something on the side.
Right. I don't think it was OnlyFans, but it was something.
I think he was either like a drag queen. It was something bizarre. I know it was.
I don't remember that.
He was something. I
do remember him doing something on the side, but, you know. So he told us whatever this was. I honestly cannot remember. And so I dove in. I'm like asking questions, like, you know, whatever. It was a good time. He probably still remembers.
He was probably ready for us to get out of the car, though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Because you were asking, like, if he had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
He was married, had any kids. The whole 9 yards.
I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Like, just making conversation.
And wasn't he playing some, like, I don't want to say weird music, but just not stuff that we would listen to, and you made him change it?
I probably did. I don't remember a whole lot about. I remember the car ride, but I don't remember the conversation.
Yeah, I just know it was funny. And me and Sean are just shaking our head, putting our head down, like thinking, this girl.
Yeah, I mean,
giving him hell.
It was a good time. You know, ain't nobody gonna be taking us.
No. They'll bring us back.
Ain't nobody gonna be taking us. So we get back to the hotel, you know, whatever. Next morning, we're like, we gotta
figure out this tire.
Yeah, because we gotta get back home. Okay. So you were like looking on the internet, you know, whatever.
Because we had to find something close. Because he said, like, and I think it was the donut we had just wasn't in that good of a shape. So he was like, you're going to have to find somewhere close.
Yeah.
So we went to Walmart.
Yeah.
First.
We went to Walmart. So they're like.
Well, we went in, priced one tire. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and then, I mean, it wasn't a bad price for like, you know, one tire or whatever. So then they come, they're like, but you have to do all 4 tires. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because of something like your car's like what, all-wheel drive?
All 4-wheel drive and mess up the train or something.
It'll mess something up if you just change one tire. I know nothing about cars, so I mean, if they
would not put just one tire on because of a liability or whatever.
Yeah. So Sean, okay, that pisses her off.
Yeah, right? Sean's like, no, they just trying to get money out of us.
Yeah, we're standing in Walmart. She's like, no, they're just trying to get your money, girl.
Yeah.
No,
the hood was coming out of Sean.
That's right. We're not doing this. We're going someplace else. Take her car down. What's wrong? So that's what we did. So there was this other.
It was an actual tire store, like.
Yeah, and it was kind of like adjacent to Walmart.
Yeah.
So we went there, right? So we pull in. Well, we call first.
Yeah. Make sure they had the tires we needed.
Yeah, they did. So we said we're pulling in right now. We're in the parking lot. So we go in and we're like, where's so-and-so? Whoever we
spoke to somebody, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so he comes up to the counter. We're like, look, we need a tire. Okay, we're trying to get back home. So, of course, the same thing. Let's take a look at it, blah, blah, blah. So then he comes out and he's like, well, they were right. You do have to change all 4 tires.
Yeah, and it was something with the tread level and being all-wheel drive, like to completely match it, it could mess up the transmission or train or driving train or something.
Yeah, something.
I don't know.
Again, to this day, they could have just seen 3 girls walking into the tire store needing a tire, wanting to make a deal. I don't know. But I said, whatever, put 4 new tires on that bitch. Let's roll. Okay?
We was ready to get home at that point.
Yeah. So he was like, all right, well, it's going to take us a couple of hours. Okay, that's fine. So we go next door.
Was it Frisch's or something?
Something like that, to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Frisch's.
Yeah. So we get a meal. And I'm not going to lie, that meal was fire.
It was.
It was good. Maybe we were just hungover and hungry. I don't know, but it was
a good greasy meal.
Yeah, we needed something. But me and Sean, we tried to make it healthy. We shared a salad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and give me that salad before you bring me that cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so balance. So we said, we can't sit here no longer. Let's go back to the tire store.
Yeah.
So we walked back over to the tire store next door. And then we're like, well, let's just have some fun.
Yeah. Let's try to get some discounts.
Yeah. So discounts is what we tried to get.
But what we had to do, and this was back when the podcast was being talked about, but not put in existence.
Right.
I'm married. I can't do any of this stuff. You were, 5 months out from losing Travis. Mm-hmm. So it was like, Sean, you're going to have to take one for the team and do it for the podcast.
You got to get us a discount.
Well, she went and got her ass a sucker.
Off the counter, one of those little dum-dums.
Off the counter. And she's up there, and she's got some big boobs. And she leans over, pulls her shirt down, and she's talking to the guy that's been helping us and just sucking on that sucker and making it pop and everything. Talking about getting discounts. We got a discount, okay?
Yeah, we did.
We did, but she was giving it hell. Me and Vanessa back there just cackling.
Yeah, we're rolling. He's like, you can tell he's so sick of us.
Uncomfortable,
already.
probably.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were like, what? We got some alcohol in the car. We'll
sneak you a shot if you want.
Yeah. It's yours if you want it.
I think Sean even offered to go on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really. Just having fun.
So then he was like, look, I'm going to give you a discount. So we're like, okay, cool. So then we went outside, right? Because we don't know how long this is going to take.
We had time.
Yeah, so we're outside the tire store. And
it's just nothing but glass windows, so they can see us.
Yeah, so we would just walk in front of the windows and like...
The little twerk, walk back.
Yeah, then walk back. And then walk back again. Just having a good time. Just
making the best out of a shitty situation. Because you ended up having to drop unexpectedly $1,000.
Yeah, well, more than that.
Yeah.
To get us the fuck home. Yeah, I sure as shit did.
And then she would have blamed me for being popped. And I said, I wasn't driving. I just told you to, turn next time. Don't listen to me.
She said, just do a U-turn. I said, say less. But that's okay. Got new tires, I guess. So finally, we get our tires. We
got Sean a number.
Yeah, we sure did. We
was in the car though, because we pulled him out of but I think he was standing next to the guy, and you could tell he didn't get attention like that, and he just was having fun with us.
Yeah. He's like, where's that alcohol at? We're like, it's in the back. It's in the back. You can go get some if you want, but you're going to have to give us another discount.
Yeah.
So you choose.
Yeah.
What's it worth? So, but yeah, so then we got home finally.
Yeah, and that was another reason Noah said we can't go anywhere.
Yeah, he was like, you guys, it was literally 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
24 hours. What the hell? And I'm like, well, it's 24 hours. It cost me about $1,200.
Yeah.
But, YOLO.
It was a good trip though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes the trips like that leave the most impression because we've taken a few trips, but that's probably the one that sticks out
Yeah.
the most. Just
because it was the most expensive.
yeah, we could have been crying and pissed off, didn't talk to each other the way home, but we just made.
Yeah, it was.
What can you do?
Yeah, what can you do?
What can you do?
Yeah, at least
we had a good time. Hopefully, we left a good impression.
That's
on
right.
Who we came across.
That's right. I'm thankful I could afford the, what was needed, and yeah.
Yep. So really, her Justin Bieber tickets cost a lot more than $10.
I could have went backstage at an actual concert of Justin Bieber for what I spent to go to the little old college town with all the kiddies.
It was a good time though. I had a blast.
I'm sure you did. I mean, whatever. It's all right. It's okay.
Yep. That was our Cincinnati trip.
Yeah, good time.
Good time.
Yep. So, have you kept up with the Crystal Rogers
Not
case?
Since the trial.
Okay. Well, for those of you that don't know, Crystal Rogers is from a town probably about 30 minutes from here called Bardstown. And she went missing about 10, 11 years ago.
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She went missing. Her boyfriend that, she lived with, had a child with, whatever, was the last person to see her, but he never reported her missing. And, just a bunch of things, right? It's been a big, huge story in Kentucky
since it happened.
Yes.
It's 30 minutes from us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's made national news. Like they've made, documentaries on it.
Yeah.
Different things.
And when you go to Bardstown, they still have her signs and stuff in people's yard. Kind of like what you would see in a campaign.
Yeah.
Signs up. And I always get just an eerie feeling, going through that town.
Yeah. It's like, there's something, documentaries on it.
Yeah.
Different things.
And when you go to Bardstown, they still have her signs and stuff in people's yard. Kind of like what you would see in a campaign.
Yeah.
Signs up. And I always get just an eerie feeling, going through that town.
Yeah. It's like, there's something in that town that, because they have several unsolved murders just in that little town.
Yeah.
And they're all very bad. Bad. So, and I personally, I love a good documentary. I love a good mystery to solve, all the things. So I really got into this Crystal Rogers thing when it came out, and I've followed the case, for forever since it was reported. So anyway, her boyfriend, which is Brooks Houck, they just convicted him and he's in jail. Okay. Well, his brother, Nick Houck, they believe has ties to this disappearance. Okay. Like he helped him. So he recently got convicted, or I'm not going to say convicted. He recently got charged with perjury and he was arrested. He bailed out. And so then they've had some short. So, I followed the case, and Nick, the brother of Brooks, has been in court, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have a trial for him in November now. He's trying to get it out of Bardstown. They're trying to file I don't know the actual technical term for it, but where the trial won't be in that town, in Bardstown, because they say it's, bias or whatever. But yeah, like I'm
knee deep.
Yep.
Nose deep.
Yep. I hope they figure it out.
Yeah.
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 Because
that's a long time, especially, her mom going and, not knowing where her daughter is, because her body's still.
Yeah, they have never
found her.
No.
Yeah. Or, your kids that she left behind, like they don't have nowhere to go to visit their mom. It's.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. It's sad. I think she had 4 kids, I think, maybe?
Yeah, she had,
3 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, to be continued on that, because I love me a good mystery to solve, which I solved this mystery about 9 years ago. I'm just going to say. So, if the FBI wants to bring me on,
we ready. We some good detectives.
Yeah, we'll work out a contract for you.
That's I've always wanted to be like a detective or a lawyer, but my problem is I have gut feelings, and you got to prove it. I'm like, nah, bitch, you did it. Yeah, I know you did it.
I can feel it.
I can feel it.
I can feel it.
Judge, you got to take it. I can feel it. I know they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not succeed.
Yeah, no, you got to. Now, have you ever been on jury duty?
No.
I'm telling you right now, I have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was on a murder jury.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it is my civic duty to do that. But it was one of the hardest things.
Really?
Yes, because you get emotionally involved.
Yeah.
Right? Because, the things that you see, and then all these people, and a lot of times it's family and, friends that come in, and it is, it's crazy. And you try to remain as neutral as possible, right? Because you have to prove without a doubt.
Yeah.
And your sentence has to be, fair.
Yeah.
And it was what I cried. They probably thought, where don't call her back.
Where did we get her from?
Yeah, don't call her back for jury duty, because she's a damn mess.
Okay.
But it was towards the end, we went in that day, and the judge was like, we're going to wrap up today, and you guys will deliberate and come up with your verdict today. And I just wasn't
ready to let go just yet.
Wasn't.
So were you confident?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I was confident in the guilty or not guilty, right? And we found him guilty. But what was hard for me was the sentence. So, how it worked was they said, okay, you guys are going to go deliberate your verdict, right? And so we all agreed, so then we go back out there, and then the judge says, they found him guilty, whatever. So then you have to go back and determine your sentence. And the judge gives you guidelines on, what you can do. And so then you have to go back and you all have to agree on
Yeah.
the term
Yeah.
of sentence. And that was hard. That was hard because like someone's just the rest of their life is like really determined by your decision.
Yeah.
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 And yeah, so it was just hard. It was a hard thing to deal with. And then like before you go back there to determine their sentence, then their family gets up there and they're crying and whatever. And
Yeah.
it's just like
They're giving their statements.
yeah. And like like okay, yeah, they're guilty and obviously, they need to be punished for what they did, but still,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I should have to make that decision.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe the judge should
Yeah.
say, okay, well, they found him guilty, so here's how long
Yeah.
you are.
And just do it based on the law. Like, what's
Yeah.
the
Yes.
punishment for that?
So, yeah. Girl, that one kept me up at night for a little bit.
No, I haven't had to do that yet.
Yeah. And I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
And I didn't even go in. I mean, there's hundreds of people when they are selecting a jury that they call in.
Tired.
And, how was I supposed to know that I was going to get picked?
Yeah.
They just said, yeah, you're on the jury. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a wild ride.
A wild ride.
It was a wild ride. I will say that. So I think we're to the end of this week's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a good time. What are we going to talk about next week?
I think next week we're going to talk about infertility. We're both going to speak about our personal struggles that we have had. Not necessarily conceiving, but infant loss in different situations.
Stages and things, yeah.
Yeah, and that may be a trigger warning for some.
Yeah. And so, yeah. Be prepared.
Just be prepared, but also I'm going to be open and vulnerable. I'm going to really the whole timeline, start to finish, what I went through, my emotions, how it happened, and vice versa. The only thing I'll have left to say on that, and then you can elaborate what you want to, is our situations are completely different because, we were in different stages of our pregnancies. And I know other people that had different ectopic, all kinds of stuff that has happened. No matter what type of loss you had, I think a baby is a blessing, and no one should ever have to go through that, no matter how it happened, because it really was one of the toughest parts of my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, some more to come on that. We're going to talk about that next week. And yeah, so we hope you enjoyed this episode.
And our new atmosphere.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think. Do you like that kind of setup, or sitting on the couch with us?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we're comfortable like this.
Yeah. How do you watch the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you at work and you're just, listening? Are you watching the video? You're, in bed or on the couch, whatever. Let us know. Let us know. Because, we're just curious. It won't change how we do things, but.
Right. No, just, we'd like to know about,
what you guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you
adult watching a podcast?
That was a little much.
How do you adult? I tell you what I do. Most of the time I watch, while I work, because there's a lot of podcasts that I watch. But it helps my day go by, because I'm busy all the time. So I just listen, watch, as I work. But I'm also a TV watcher. So at nighttime, I watch my shows.
Yeah.
During the day, I watch my podcast.
Yeah. There you go. There you have it. So, all right. Well, like, subscribe, comment,
share it.
Yes.
Retweet.
Tag a friend.
We're not on Twitter. Do Twitter even exist anymore?
What are you even talking about?
Repost the damn thing. Just repost it. Click. It don't hurt you.
Click. Just do all the things.
Do all the things.
Okay. We will tell you we are our goal,
Mm-hmm.
and we're asking for your help. We want your help. Our goal is to get to 1,000 followers,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we're counting on you.
Yeah, and we can't do it if you don't click.
Right.
So click.
Click that thing.
Click that thing. All right, Who Let Us Adult? We're out.
Bye.
If you came for honesty, sarcasm, and a little oversharing, you're in the right place. I'm Channing.
And I'm Vanessa. We're figuring things out in real time. Zero experts, just opinions. And honestly,
We're still asking, who let us adult?
welcome to our podcast.